Sophocles and Aristophanes. Generally speaking, in ancient Greece, when a play was presented, it was presented in 4 parts. The first 3 are tragedy. And that was written by...
Is that close enough? The camera?
Yeah. It was Sophocles who would write, who was the greatest playwright of ancient Greece, 3 tragedies, which would leave everybody in a sad state. And then, to follow it up, after having purged out all of those tears, we had a comic poet. Sophocles is a tragic poet. Aristophanes would follow and finalize the show with the 4th play, which was a comedy. So we left them laughing after having made them cry for 3 parts of the play. The final portion was a comedy. And what this was really an exercise in purging the emotions.
Opportunity waits. The door can close or open, depending on if the stopper is on or not.
Yes. But in tragedy, we have a protagonist who...
Antagonizes, right?
Well, no, he's a protagonist. He's the good guy, and he's going out to go through life, but something happens to him. Usually it's a flaw in his reasoning or personality. The Greeks, being the great reasoners of all time, would see that the most tragic thing you could do would be to have some error in your thinking. Something go wrong. In comedy, it would be the same way. It would be something you were thinking went wrong. Not by bad reasoning, but by bad circumstance.
Take it again. That was wrong, huh? Okay, let's try it again.
Oh, let's try again. So in a Sophocles play, such as Oedipus Rex, Oedipus the king, he would be on his way to try to avoid his destiny, which they had said would be that he would kill his father and marry his mother.
What an ambidextrous guy.
Something like that. So he runs away from home trying to escape this destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But on the way of running away, he runs into some guy that won't get out of his way, so he kills him. Turns out, later on, after he solves the riddle of the Sphinx and becomes king of Colonus, that he, through his own inquiring mind, has to decide, what is causing the plague and the problems at Colonus. He dives into it, uses his superior logic and mind to find out that guy that he killed on his way to Colonus was actually his father. He did marry his mother, and that his children are his sisters and brothers. And this is the essence of tragedy, because Oedipus reasons all this out, figures it out. If he'd never reasoned it out, first of all, he never would have left home, he never would have killed his father, and he never would have married his mother, and if he hadn't used his noggin, he never would have figured it out in the first place.
He never would have been a star.
That's an ultimate tragedy. So what then is comedy? Is it not the same? Isn't that a almost more brutal form of tragedy? What is funny?
How about some Frisbee fame? Hello.
What is funny is the protagonist encounters something that he stumbles over, tries to write, and somehow can't quite get it right. He might bumble through it. Maybe, being Greek, we might say it would be by dumbness he finds his destiny. And that's where we come to Aristophanes, and that's what he was expert at.
He was an expert.
He was an expert.